Hi, Linda Bowen here from StampingWithLinda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. Today I am going to be featuring the Build a Birthday stamp set. This is one of my stamp of the months for July, so you want to check out that kit, because featured in that kit is my creative fold, of course, and we are going to be doing a double slider. So this card just pulls out like so with your birthday candles and your birthday wishes. So let's get started so I can show you how to make this. We are going to start with a piece of cucumber crush. This measures 5.5 by 8.5. I'm going to bring in our personal trimmer. We're going to score that piece at 2 3/4, 5.5, and then 8 1/4. So I'm going to set that aside for a second. I'm going to just fold over those score lines like so. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the middle. I'm going to bring in my 1 3/8 circle punch. Going to just go in, measure along my 2 score lines so I get it in the center about halfway down, and punch that circle out. Next I'm going to be bringing in word window punch, doing the same thing, lining it up and punching about half of that punch. And I'm going to do that on both ends. This is where my slider part will go. And so what happens is this piece here, where my slider works up and down, will fold over like so. And if you find that you've got a little bulkiness there, go ahead and bring your trimmer in and just trim just a little bit off that edge. Not much, just enough so that it will close smoothly for you. So we've got like that. And then I'm going to bring in my new adhesive. This is the tear and tape. I am absolutely in love with this. The red sticky strip used to be great, but I was always fighting with that red and cutting it. This is so simple to use. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make our piece that slides, and we're going to bring in the cello bag. These are Stampin' Up's large cello bags. They measure 6 inches by 8 1/4, 8 inches, 6 by 8. And we are going to cut 1 1/4 inches off of the top of that cello bag. So I've just got a nice clear piece. Gonna bring in my scissors, and I'm going to cut right at that seam. And then I'm going to bring that tear and tape back in and put a piece of the tape along the bottom of one edge. Oops, I see I went over just a little bit. Let's see if I can tear that. If not, I'll just bring in my scissors. Trim that. And then this gets wrapped around where we cut out with the word window punch. Gonna pull the paper off. Again, very easy to come off, so different than our sticky strip used to be. Going to put that on. I've pulled it snug, but I'm just going to loosen it up just a little bit. You don't want it so snug that it won't twirl around. Also, I'm going to take it to the edge, and I'm just going to cut off that excess, because my cello bag is just a little bit bigger. So I've got my slide like so. Next, what I want to do is to position my slides. Now, my slide card that I did not put any background paper around my slides. I liked it with the background. The white piece measures 2 1/4 by 3 1/4, and then the Watermelon Wonder measures 2 1/2 by 3 1/2. So I want the top slider to be on top of my slide, so like so, and then my bottom is going to go down here. And the reason I want to position them like that is so that when I turn this over, I'm going to know that they need to be lined up this way, because one has to be kind of upside down. Excuse me. So I want to line it on the bottom. Going to bring in that tape again. Again, very easy to work with. Tape that, or take the backing off, and then I'm going to, now is that right? Yes, that's going to slide that way. I have to rethink this. So I want it lined up at the bottom, like so. And then I'm going to flip this over, and I want to make sure that my candle is peeking out the hole. You can put punch a hole and put a ribbon to know that it's supposed to pull out, but I just wanted that candle popping out. So again, going to take that tear and tape. Oops, I want that tear and tape down towards the bottom of that card. So tear that. Remove the tape backing. Make sure my card insert is lined up at the top, like so. And so let's peek. I've got that upside down as I figured I would. So let's see if I can pull that off. So I want it to go this way. Positioned it, what does the mother say? Do as I say, not as I do. That's what I'm telling you. Make sure your pieces are going in the right direction. There we go. Now it should pull with my, there we go. Okay, so now I'm ready to put it together. And what I want, when I put this tape over, I'm going to tape it down. I want to make sure that that bottom is in the slide and that I don't tape on top of it so that it'll slide up and down. Just line that up, push it together like so, and my slide is ready to go. All right, so now I need to make a belly band. I'm going to bring in the cherry on top. This is a paper stack, designer series paper. It measures 6 by 6, but I cut it down to, oops, I see I got some scraps on my tape. I cut it down to 4 by 6. Again, all the supplies that I used will be over on my blog, stampingwithlynda.com. Oops, forget that I can just tear that. I'm also going to put another piece over here because I want to make sure this is really secure and it doesn't roll around. Just going to wrap that like so. Could score that, but I think just wrapping it around works well. I could also put a greeting on the front, a celebrate, or a cute little birthday saying if I wanted, but I just really liked this balloon paper. Again, my candle is peeking out of the top and sliding out for my birthday wishes. So there you have it, a double slider card. Thanks for joining me. Talk to you real soon.